This is how I went from this to that. A Nashi fruit, ripe and delicious. Cut it in two, pry out the seeds. And there you see, there's a lot of different seeds here. But why are they different? It's because some of the seeds are mature and some of the seeds are not mature. And in this case, it's only two of them. The two big ones, they look round and fulfilling. Putting them in this paper towel and keeping it slightly moist. If you give it too much water, it will rot and mold, and you don't want that. Put it in a jar and then in the fridge. For my sake, it took 26 days and it started sprouting. And remember to put a name tag on the jar so you remember which one is which, because if you have a couple of them, it's easy to forget. And also when you put it in the fridge. Here you see them. So they look quite healthy with some short white roots. And this is when you should put it in the dirt. Because in my experience, if you wait too long, they will not be as happy, but maybe they'll grow still. And I've done that too. But just put it in some dirt and give them some water so they don't dry out and die, because that would be horrible. They started sprouting only after 3 days. How amazing is that? 3 days! That's super fast! And only 1 week later, they look so big already. Like, they're not big, but they're huge. Just look how fast they're growing. 2 weeks? Do you see what I mean? It's like it's trying to catch up for the last month in the refrigerator. It's growing so fast, like, oh my god, look how big it is. You can just see it's growing almost every day. 6 weeks or 45 days, whatever you want to say. It's growing so fast. And it looks like a tree kind of. I love this. And if you see on the leaves, it got all these small, tiny, spiky looking hairs. This is amazing. It's so rewarding. You should totally do this. Come on, guys. This is really fun. 100 freaking days. Amazing. They're starting to get some properties. And you see, they're kind of growing different tempos. So that's also a really good reason to have more of them. Because a few of them will grow better and be more healthy. And a few of them will not. Holy schmack, it's already almost half years old. 5.5 months. Would you look at that? God damn. Well, it's half a year if you consider the month in the fridge actually kind of stopped growing now because I maybe outgrew the pot. Who knows? And now the spring is here, so I'm gonna put it out and we'll see how it goes. Dun, dun, dun. And here's some super cool information I've gathered for you guys about the Nashi Pear. Take a pause now and you can read it by yourself. So remember how you weren't supposed to give it too much water? Well, now it's time to go all out and just fill it. Fill that pot with water as much as you can and then put your shovel down, go around in circles and loosen up. And then you just repeat this. Water, pry, repeat until you get the pop. That's when it's ready to tilt over and you can pour it out. Alright. Oh my goodness. Look at those healthy roots. They're just vigorous and everywhere in this pot. Now it's just time to rough them up a little bit and make them spread out and not in a circle. So that when you put it in the ground, the roots are tempted to go out everywhere. And then when you put it in the ground, you put some dirt over it. And of course try to keep it kind of straight so it doesn't fall over. And then press it gently but also not so gently down so it really fits and stucks down in the dirt. Now it's time for putting a thick layer of wood chip mulch. It prevents weed growth and it keeps the moisture there and so it doesn't dry out. And it also decomposes gradually over time, giving it nutrition downwards. And I give it a huge bucket load of water to really make it establish that root system. Oof. Now 1 month later after I put it in the ground, well, you can say it got sun-kissed. It's so red and even a few leaves is fried or black and brown and they're colorful. So this is because it's not used to sun outside. It's just used to plant light and sun through a window. So it's kind of a shock to get so much more UV rays. But it survives and it's going strong, I hope. I planted a seed outside before winter, and this little guy came out of that one all by himself. And I think you should give a little sub and like for this little guy so he can grow big and strong and give me some nice juicy pears. Alright. Gracias, mi señor.